Okay, y'all. This take three. Take three. I'm not gonna tell y'all why I just had to make all these takes, but this take three, I'm a little on edge right now. First and foremost, though, man, before we get into this video, shout out to bro who gameplay this is. I never heard of him before, but his name is Koza. I'm sure some of y'all know who he is, especially if you're watching this 2K video. I'm not gonna lie. This game, it looked good. It looked good. I dare say it looks better than 2K26 already. And I know y'all seen my last video where I said I might be the problem. This time I know I'm the problem because as soon as they dangle this shit in front of my face, I'd be like, bro, I'm ready to get on here. It's a well moment, bro. Well, like a motherfucker. Cause nigga, I'm trying to get up on this bitch and I'm trying to play the game. It looked cool. Now, instead of focusing on what the problem with 2K is, I want to provide a solution because everybody knows the problem with 2K. They really already on BS. They already on BS. They were supposed to drop an app where you could make your build, but they never dropped it. At least not to my knowledge. The shit was supposed to come out early in the morning today. It's 6:30 and I haven't heard anything about it. You know, let me skip forward so y'all can see some more gameplay because honestly, the gameplay looks really good. The gameplay look real good. Maybe it's just how this nigga playing, but it feel like a video game when I look at it. It feels like I'm looking at a video game again. It's been a long time since I felt like I was looking at a video game when I looked at some 2K footage. Now this video could potentially be sped up. It's not. So hopefully they keep this same game speed. They don't change anything. Hopefully they release the product that they intended to release in the first place. And this is why I told y'all, instead of focusing on the problems of 2K, we gonna discuss a solution. However, in order to get to the solution, you got to know what the problem is. Everybody gonna have their separate opinions on what the problem with 2K is. Niggas gonna say the shot contest, some niggas gonna say the dribbling, some niggas gonna say the game speed, some niggas gonna say the defense. That's not the problem. The problem is that 2K, they too busy trying to please everybody. That's why y'all always getting these updates. It's a new update that changed the game and changed the trajectory of the game seemingly every fucking week. The shit is honestly sad. It's something about it when they constantly try to please y'all to the point where they dig their own grave. Even the lies come from people pleasing. Ronnie 2K saying that it's gonna be Yeezys in 2K17. That's a lie that they gave out publicly just to please you. All of these hot fixes and shit like that, it's from people complaining, and they did it to attempt to please a certain group of people. The moment they stop people pleasing and the moment they release and detach from what they create and focus on creating the next one is the moment 2K is going to be good again. Now I understand, bro. Things like VC glitches, things like Zens, things like, just some absurd shit that niggas have no business doing. Shit like that needs to be fixed ASAP. That's what hot fixes are for. Hot fixes shouldn't be used for you shouldn't be doing hot fixes to change the game. You already released the game. If you want to make more changes, implement the changes into 2K28. This is a part of the problem, y'all. They not putting all of their energy into creating the next game after they release one. They putting their energy into pleasing y'all and trying to make a game perfect instead of allowing it to be. Imagine if 2K spent all of the energy that they spend on adding all of these bullshit updates and tinkering with shit. Imagine if they saved that energy and just diverted all of it into developing the next game. I wouldn't be upset if this game stayed exactly like this. And I'm looking at it. I haven't played it, but honestly, I don't need to play it. I don't need to play it, bro. I can see it and I just want a different experience. I don't give a fuck about what's cheesy, what's not cheesy. We don't need perfection. We need fun. We don't need perfection and we need fun. And that's part of the problem. Niggas expect perfection from 2K. You not gonna get perfection. And the way that they interact with y'all and try to give y'all whatever y'all want is why and how it's so much room to complain. It's so much room to complain because they allow you to complain. Complaining has become culture in 2K for that very reason. They respond to the complaining. They give energy to the complainers instead of just developing a new and better game. You don't need to focus on anything else, bro. The prices is ridiculous. I understand. But if they just focused on, golly, that nigga just fucked him up. If they just focused on literally 2K28 for the remainder of the year, they already made 2K27. It's done. At least we think. At least we think, bro. And the reason I gotta say at least we think is because these niggas be doing shit. They be talking about shit and advertising shit, and it be unfinished because they be so busy worried about the game before. These niggas probably didn't start development for this game until like May or June, because all before then, these niggas is focused on 2K26. If they spent the entire year focused on 2K27, the overall quality of the game would be so much better and people wouldn't be as upset. You would actually have time to perfect, time to get feedback, not from the crowd. You don't do this shit for the crowd. Nigga, it wasn't even no crowd when they was making their best games. They was just creating them. You don't do this shit for them. You do it because it's what you good at. Once you focus on that craft, nigga, you gonna have so much more quality that it don't make sense. If these niggas focused on one thing for one full year, I truly believe that 2K would be the best that it's ever been. However, they be so focused on trying to please y'all, bro. Like I said, the bad shit that didn't release, the app, they said it was supposed to release today, but they didn't release it today because it wasn't finished. It wasn't done. So now these niggas look terrible because they've been hyping something up that is not even done. It's like you going to school and you telling the teacher, yeah, I'm gonna have a project done on this day, but bitch, you don't even got it. Where the fuck is the project at? Why did you just tell me your project, you gonna give me the project this day? Mind you, you is the one that's setting your own deadlines. Why the fuck would you tell me you gonna have it this day and you don't? It's because they is giving in to the pressures of y'all. They care so much about y'all and y'all opinion that they force things. They put themselves to the side. They put the creative process to the side. They focused on pleasing y'all to the point where they will lie to y'all. That's why you got to be aware of these people pleasers, bro. Because if you not, they're going to run circles around you, all to preserve a certain perception, all to preserve a certain image. They going to lie. They going to cheat. They going to do everything. They even going to steal, just like this game did. They stole the cover art. But I don't really care. This game looked good at the end of the day. Nobody else cares neither. So I'm not going to sit here and waste my energy about it. None of these big creators was talking about how they stole the cover art from somebody on Twitter. They stole the concept from somebody on Twitter and didn't pay him. Nobody was talking about that. So I just understood they swept it up under the rug for a reason. You feel me? It's too direct and it's too blatant. Nobody want to combat them about that. But it is what it is, bro. Like I said, the solution would be for 2K to just focus on 2K28. Leave 2K27 alone. Leave it alone. Let people learn the game. Let people actually have time to appreciate what y'all created on your own instead of worrying about everything else. Focus on the future, bro. Focus on the future, and if you do that, then you just stand in the present moment. Don't worry about what somebody else think. They literally be watching them Twitter communities like a hawk. They need to stop doing that if they want to actually be a good franchise. Create what the franchise creates. Don't create what the community creates because they're consumers for a reason. You don't listen. You care about consumers, but you can't care about them that much, bro. If you care about the consumers that much, it'll start to pollute your mind. It'll start to pull you in all of these different directions. It seems like 2K don't even know what they want to do no more. So they just trying anything. They need to figure something out. They need to sit down and focus and actually put a year's worth of development into a year's worth of gaming, not just 3 months. Hey, man, like I said, appreciate y'all for all the love and support. This gameplay look fire. I hope they leave it alone. I heard people having fun. The only things that I heard negative about the gameplay, I heard stuff about like passing, but just let people learn how to navigate it, bro. If passing is really that bad, just do a quick little hot fix. But anything else, just leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone. Don't change the AI strength. People was talking about AI is gonna be too overpowered. Learn how to get better. That's a skill issue. Get better. That's all. Get better. Learn the game and enjoy it. Stop people pleasing Ronnie 2K. Stop people pleasing Mike Wang. Just develop the game that y'all intend to develop and actually put time into it. I don't want y'all to put 50 updates in one game to the point where y'all don't even have time to develop the next one because y'all trying to make this one perfect. No, things shit never gonna be perfect. I'm gone.